Hey man, I'm Jusko from ProbMoney.com. Is the US Bank Smartly Visa, which offers the promise of up to 4% cash back on all of your purchases, about to be nerfed? Based on the rumors on the internet and my own, admittedly limited research, it appears the answer is yes, although it is unclear exactly what comes next. So the rumor of the discontinuation of the US Bank Smartly Visa started yesterday based on at least one thread on Reddit where the person that posted said they went into US Bank branch and were told that the card was going to be discontinued and they could not offer an application in branch, although the application is still live online. Now, I'm not one to just spread rumors, so what your intrepid reporter, me, did was I called US Bank myself and asked them if the card was being discontinued. Here's what I found. First off, and let me remind you that this was information from a customer service representative who is not exactly at the top of the organization in terms of knowing all of the information, but what this customer service representative said to me was, yes, the card is going to be discontinued, although she could not give me any information about exactly when. On the Reddit thread about the discontinuation, it was suggested that in about a month's time, the Smartly Visa would be discontinued. Now, what she also said, because I told her I was interested in potentially applying for the card, was, well, you could apply and you would be grandfathered in, which, if you don't know what grandfathered in means, it basically is if you get approved, then you would get the current features of the card, even if in the future it was no longer offered to new customers. Now, that's what grandfathered means mostly, but what grandfathered also means is that potentially you could have the new features even if the card is not offered, but sometime in the future they could still change the card and take those features away or potentially put you into another one of their cards instead of this card. So even if you applied for the card and were approved for it and you got grandfathered in when the card was no longer available to new applicants, that doesn't give you any guarantee as to how long the card will exist in its current form for you. And then as I was mulling this over, she said to me, well, you also could just wait and apply for the new card. And I said, well, what do you mean the new card? Are they changing the structure of this card and it's still going to exist as this card but with, different rewards or something? Or is there going to be a new card that is sort of a replacement for it? And she said, well, I don't know exactly, but there's going to be some sort of new card. So I don't know exactly what that means, but it obviously is going to mean that there is something that US Bank is either replacing it with or changing the structure of the Smartly Visa. My guess would be that maybe there would be a new card that comes out that is a flat 2% cashback card across the board, because that would be pretty much in line with a lot of other things on the market. But that is totally a guess on my part. But she did say the new card, so I expect there's going to be at least something, and if this is being discontinued, probably something under a new name. So assuming this is all true, a pretty quick exit for the US Bank Smartly Visa. It was announced in September of 2024. It actually launched in November of 2024. If it lasts another month, that would be about a 6-month window that it was open. If I were someone that was considering still getting the card in the hopes that it would be grandfathered, I'm not sure if I would do it, especially I'm not sure if I would move money into US Bank to try to max it out, but there has to be at least a little bit of runway on that grandfathering because of the fact that some people have moved a lot of money into US Bank in order to max out the 4% cash back on this card. And so it would be quite the bait and switch to have someone move all that money into US Bank with the promise of potentially getting 4% and then change the rules so quickly afterwards. So who knows how long that runway may be, but my guess would be probably at least a year. You would want to not really upset your customers that much by changing it so quickly. But we will see. Would love to hear your thoughts about it in that comment section below.